please take your seats and please follow COVID protocols. So keep your masks on, please put your phones in. We're about to begin. I'd request you to move forward, like take the seats ahead of you, move more in front so that there's place for people who come later to sit in the back.
Check, check.
Shall I begin? A very good afternoon to everyone present here, and of course those joining us online. I, Divya John, the cultural convener of the Tycoons Association, am honored to welcome you to the inauguration ceremony of the Tycoons Association of the Department of Business Administration for the academic year 2021 and 2022. Business Administration at Madras Christian College puts its primary focus on providing a well-rounded education to each and every student to prepare them for the roller coaster that is corporate life. It not only concentrates on the academic fundamentals, but also on extracurricular activities and other personality-building projects such as sports, cultural activities, and a much longer list. Let's start this inauguration program by first seeking the blessings of the Lord Almighty. I'd like to invite the department choir to sing the prayer song, followed by which our respected to lead the prayer. I request the audience to keep standing for the prayer and the prayer song.
For the college, O thou who in days past didst put it into the hearts of good men to found this college for the imparting of sound learning, the building of character, and the spread of spiritual truth and knowledge of thyself. Bless our college and schools. May love, unity, and brotherhood be learnt here. May industry, uprightness, and courage grow here. And from this place, may there be sent forth continually a stream of men and women who shall serve thee faithfully in thy world. Amen.
Thank you, sir. Kindly be seated. The lamb is a divine symbol of purity. It signifies the fire that exists in each one of us. It needs but a spark to be lit. We now invite our chief guest and the dignitaries on the dais to light the lamp and officially inaugurate the forum. And I request Jeevita to assist them. Thank you. There is an intrinsic joy in giving, and we are most delighted to extend these fruit baskets to our dignitaries as a token of our appreciation for their presence here today. Thank you for being here, and thank you for joining us in making this a most extremely amazing event. We now invite our principal to present the memento to our chief guest. This is a symbolism of how we are glad to have you here today, sir. Now I request our head of the department, Dr. D. Armstrong.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a wonderful feeling to be here on this day. Inauguration of Tycoons Association, the activities for the academic year 2021-22. Respected Chief Guest, Dr. David Jawahar, Director of Zyme, Chennai. Principal, Madras Christian College, Dr. P. Wilson. Bursar, Mr. Cyrus Kalupurkal. Director of Shift 2, Dr. Janet Vanilla. Faculty members of the Department of Business Administration. The Tycoons Association office bearers. Students of the department who are joined offline and also online. And also particularly the first year students who are joining online, viewing this program. Welcome you all to the inauguration function. I take immense pleasure in welcoming our chief guest, Dr. David Jawahar. There's a lot of similarity between him and what the department is right now. Now he's basically from the management domain, and he has done his PhD from University of Madras, and I have the privilege of doing the PhD under his guide, Dr. P.T. Srinivasan. And he was the first student of this eminent resource person, Dr. P.T. Srinivasan. And I've also met him a couple of times in the University of Madras when he was a registrar of University of Madras. And let me tell you, he's a multitasking, a very dynamic person. And when I met him, in spite of his busy schedule, he was able to balance a lot of files which was there in front of him, and also what we wanted to speak to him. and he advises in the right direction, and that is how we are here right now. And he's a down-to-earth person and very sincere and hardworking, and I'm sure that his experience in the field of management would definitely immensely benefit our students, and his inputs is very much sought after. I also take this opportunity in welcoming our principal, Dr. P. Wilson. Now, he has taken charge of this lovely institute during difficult times. One of the difficult times in the history of Madras Christian College, and illustrates his history of more than 183 years. And he's spearheaded, shepherded the institute with cool and calmness, and particularly when it is easy going, it's much more easier. Now, under calm waters, it's much more easier, but when rough weather comes, so that is when the real character comes out. And we have a principal who has guided our college to greater heights amidst all the difficulties that we have faced, and we wish that maybe this year we would definitely help and support the college in all the possible ways. I also welcome our bursar, who was very keen, and he was very much into the growth and development of the department. The couple of times we had interacted. He has also inquired about the various subjects, how we conduct the programs and all that. And he is also from management domain, especially from finance field. And he has also given a lot of inputs, and I'm sure, sir, all your inputs would be incorporated into. And I'm taking immense pleasure in welcoming our director for self-finance stream, Dr. Janet Vanilla, who has rich academic and research experience for more than about 2 decades of expertise, and also leadership qualities in institutes of high eminence. And ma'am has also visited our department, and she has also promised great things for the department in the years to come. The purpose of we coming here is to inaugurate the Tycoons Association. Now, what is this Tycoons Association? This is a unique and different student forum which is very active, and you know pretty well that it all started off by the student way back about 17 years ago, when the name we want to keep for the association. They came out with an idea that Tycoons is what we can think of, because we all wanted to become business tycoons in future, and we are into management, and this is one word that definitely would be of great help. And the activities of the association are designed, are let's say executed by the student with a bit of facilitation by the faculty members. So what the department is today, the name of the department, be it in India or maybe in terms of India Today ranking, or be it in the college among 34 departments, it's because of the activities of the association. Basically, we have a wide range of activities in the Tycoons, starting from theatre, a very informal theatre, to debate and things like that. And we have great plans for this academic year. Now, we want all the students to participate wholeheartedly to get the best benefits of all the programs which the association is planning to come out with. And I also would like to mention that this year we are starting this Tycoons Incubation Club in line with what the college is into. The college has a lot of plans for incubation facility of students coming out with some business ideas, coming out with some proposals, and being in the business administration domain, it's high time that the students of business administration take this up in a very serious way. Basically, the success of any program lies on how much you are committed towards it. Once the disciple of Socrates went and asked him, so what is the secret of success? And he said, you just come with me tomorrow, I'll take you to a river. And Socrates took the disciple to the river, and they were going slowly into the river, little by little, and it was almost neck deep. Socrates suddenly immersed the disciple's head into the water for some time, and he released it. And then Socrates asked him, what was very important for you when your head was inside? What was you aiming for, or what is that you desperately wanted? And the disciple said, I desperately wanted air to breathe. So replied Socrates, if you want success as badly as the air you wanted when your head was inside, you will get it. So it's very simple. You want success very badly, you will get it. I believe that we should think that maybe like we are in difficult times and we badly require the success, so that maybe we partake in all the activities of the association and be successful in our life as well. With a few words, I wish the office bearers, and I also greet our dignitaries on the dais for this inauguration function. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for that heartfelt welcome. I'd also request all of the dignitaries to now, occupy the first row. I call upon Suha Khan, the treasurer of the department, to give us an insight of the department activities, as we're a very, very active department in our college, and we like to try new things and try to break the glass ceiling as much as we can.
Good afternoon, one and all present here. I'm Suha from second year BBA, and I'm here to give you a sneak peek of the Tycoons Association activities. So let us begin. The Department of Business Administration started its journey in the year 2001 with just 7 students and 2 faculty members. It stands strong with 420 students and 10 faculty members. The department also attracts the outstation students from states such as Punjab, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, and northeastern states, Jammu and Kashmir too. Also, we have foreign students from countries such as Korea, Nigeria, South Africa, Congo, and Tibet. Due to the persistent hard work and effort taken by the students as well as the faculty members, the department has been placed among the top 10 ranks, with the highest rank being 3. Now, BBA MCC has an All India ranking of 6 in the year 2021. Let me read out to you the mission statement of Tycoons Association. It is to impart wholesome management education and to enable the students rediscover their true potential. The mission is in line with the core value system of the College of academic excellence, social relevance, and spiritual vitality. Now let me present to you the Tycoons Association activities. The first one is the Freshers Day. It is an exclusive event only for the newcomers so that they can showcase their talents and can make a mark in the department. The next event is the Forum Inauguration. The event is conducted by the department where the cabinet members take their charge and in presence of the chief guest to mark the start of their official responsibilities. The next event is the Magna Theatre. The objective of the Magna Theatre is to impart the management concepts which are conveyed clearly and creatively to the audiences. It is an approach to bring about the creative side of the students through regular skits and the street plays. The plays are performed in schools as well as in colleges. The next event is Debatito. It is an exclusive club which is formed by the students and for the students, where day-to-day important topics are discussed in order to improve the language and the knowledge of the students. It enhances the debating skills as well as provides confidence to the students in order to talk in front of a large gathering. It provides us so many opportunities and makes us participate and win in eminent competitions which are held by eminent organizations such as Zyme and MMA. The next event is the Club Revista. It is a club which is formed to review a company's performance and discussions such as the product review and success stories of the company takes place here. Along with this, books are also reviewed, and the books are related to self-development and managerial roles. Books such as Monk Who Sold His Ferrari and 7 Habits of Highly Effective People are reviewed. The next event we have is the Exosia. It is an inter-school competition which is conducted by BBA and serves as a platform for the students to showcase the talents. La Corrida. La Corrida is an intercollegiate event hosted by the department, and the event saw its excellence when the governor himself, Dr. K. Rosaya, was invited as the chief guest. Departmental sports. Sport activities are conducted by the department for the students so as to enhance their sportsmanship and teamwork. BBA has won the overall championship shield in athletics. Industrial visits. The department takes the students to industries so that they can understand the different processes and techniques which are involved in the real-time business rather than just being the theoretical way. Student exchange programs. It is a very successful programs which are initiated by our department, and recently a student named Archa had been sent to the Litano University, Texas for her 4th semester. In Jan 22, it is being planned to send the second year students to. Internship. Students of BBA do their internship with well-known companies such as HCL, Panasonic, Indigo, and much more, which add values to their resume. Placement. IBM, McKinsey Company, Sutherland are a few examples of the companies where students are placed. Talking about the Tycoons Incubation Center, TIC. TIC is being inaugurated to nurture the students who are willing to participate in business events, and the students are now bringing about their business ideas, and this is an excellent place where they can foster them at TIC. It will go hand in hand with the incubation center of the college. Success of the incubation. Students came up with various business ideas and converted them into a real-time business. Here are a few examples. The Foodship. Foodship is a company which was innovated by Guru Kalyan. It is a community of home chefs who all come together to take their passion for cooking to the next level. Chucky Bakes. Chucky Bakes is a dessert shop where cakes is the primary product. This idea was designed and developed by Archa. She gifted the cakes on Christmas for the BB department. Achievements. BBA won the overall championship shield in college auditions for 2 years in a row, which is a historical win. The department won the first place in business quiz competition conducted by MMA by beating all the postgraduate students of renowned colleges such as LIBA, Great Lakes, and IIMs. BBA also bagged a prize in paper presentation competition which was conducted by MMA. BBA won the intercollegiate overall championship shield in the Aurora event. BBA won the innovation contest conducted by the Institution Innovation Council with a cash prize of worth rupees 15,000. We won the EDII business plan writing competition conducted by Anna University. The students bagged both the first and second positions in the debate competition conducted by Zyme. again competing with the postgraduate students. This shows the caliber of the students of a department, and this is possible just because of the inputs and supports provided by the professors and through excellent teamwork. I would like to conclude by summarizing the plan for the year. The plans are to inaugurate the Tycoon Incubation Center, TIC officially, to conduct TEDx, that is the TED Talks, to improve placements through the department placement cells, and to host a national level management based quiz competition, to host a national level debate competition, and to build a strong alumni base and to improve networking. Thank you.
Thank you, Suha. Just as the pillars of a building provide strength to that building, the office bearers provide strength to our department. We hereby invite Mr. Tony Thomas, the staff advisor of our department, to introduce the office bearers of the Tycoons Association for the year 2022.
A very good afternoon, respected Chief Guest, Principal, Bursar, Director, HOD, my dear faculty friends, and my dear students. Okay, I take this immense pleasure in introducing the office bearers for the Tycoons Association 2021-22. Hand over the files to Chairman, General Secretary, Treasurer, and Sports Convener. Ashish, Students Chairman. Christian Kishore, Student General Secretary. Divya John, Cultural Convener. Vishal, Sports Convener. Suha, Treasurer. Suha, Treasurer. And Christian Christopher, Amenities Convener. Thank you, sir. I would read out the rest of the people. Amrit Timothy will be also taking care of the L&D. Department Rep, Prasanna. Class Reps, third year A batch, Shivani. 3B, Arsha. 2A, Ritvik. 2B, Keshav. Executives, third year A, Amrit, Timothy, Michel. Third year B, Sneha, Naveen, Vaibhav. Second year A, Manjushri, Prajani, Samuel. Second year B, Durga Prashant, Mukesh, Bharat. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. We know that it's actions and not words that take on responsibility, and we know that these responsibilities that you've given us as leaders, and we take them seriously. I'd like to now call upon the Director of SFS, Dr. Janet Venela, to please address the gathering. Thank you for being with us today, ma'am.
Good afternoon, dear friends, esteemed dignitaries, the guest of today, Dr. David Jawahar from Zion, and respected Principal, Dr. Wilson, our Bursar, Mr. Cyrus, and the HOD Dr. Armstrong, and all the faculty members and young budding business administrators. I'm so happy to be part of this new dawn of activities, Tycoon 2021, right? All through the 2 years it has been so dark and gloomy, but this year it has started with a new vibrance, and by the grace of God it has dawned well. So I was just browsing through all the Tycoon related activities in the internet to know the different synonyms of Tycoons. So it really matches with your association, which says coming with a successful businessman who create a niche in a history. So one of the statement which was given by a real estate company which have the motto like this. So they wanted to create a good niche with the customers in terms of excellence and innovations. So really it fascinated me. I see the bunch of activities throughout the past year. In spite of COVID, you were able to do some marvelous work. I really appreciate all your efforts under the able guidance of your HOD, Dr. Armstrong. So there is a new dimensions that has been through, because for the past 2 years, although the students were there, the campus was still vibrant with more thoughts and new dimensions in MCC. So our principal was instrumental in bringing the Innovation Park, MCC MRF Innovation Park. So under that you have a large role to play. You know that there is one of the thematic area is business analytics. And most of you would have heard about data analytics everywhere and anywhere talking about business analytics. So they employ statistical tools to assess the business data to come with some decisions and also patterns. The more and more I appreciate about the department is you are the department doing the business and more opportunities for entrepreneurship. So throughout you would have heard about our NIRF ranking, still we are ranked high, all because of your initiatives. Some of you are gone into entrepreneurship, innovations, projects, business and so on. Two entrepreneurs really fascinated me. I happened to read the successful stories of many entrepreneurs. One of them would have heard about Eric Yuan. So he was a migrant from China to US. I think it was about 2009 or so. He tried for almost 9 times to get visa into the US. He was failed. But at the last 10th attempt he came in as a small employee in Cisco. And later you know that after a period of time he rose to a position of vice president in Cisco. And he also launched the audio-visual cloud-based conferencing facility, Zoom, what we know. Yes, all through the last 2 years we all know about Zoom, but you don't know how it came back. So he was really a school dropout when he was in China, but he really made some successful attempts to come with this beautiful cloud-based applications which we are all appreciating now. So you people think beyond. So always I talk to the students saying that your real motivation is to challenge yourself. You have to challenge yourselves to come with the motivation to think beyond, work beyond and do something beyond. Another story which is in our home country, you all know about Kishore Yani. He is the founder of Big Basket. All of you are into Big Basket, right? So he didn't have the privilege even to complete his college. He came from a very poor background. Only thing it interested him was business, like you. So he started with some small garment business with his cousins. That also failed. Then he came with garment fabrics for men, which you all know the famous brand, Pantaloon. it came into existence. He worked on and worked on, innovation came and came and came. He looked into all opportunities. He did not keep his eyes on one angle. He just stretched his eyesight towards everything. And now you know that big basket. Now big basket is not stopped with that. Food basket has come. So everywhere you see, you people have enormous opportunities, enormous things to do, enormous things to achieve. So my humble request is, gone are the days to be in a cocoon stage. So the tycoon should not be in a cocoon stage. So you know that only when the butterfly breaks opens the cocoon, it emerges as a beautiful butterfly. So you have to come out of the cocoon. Gone are the days only sticking into your business. Just look into the other disciplines, science disciplines, mathematics. You have enormous things to do. So I appreciate the effort that food ship. You know that food ship is not only the initiative of one single person from one single domain. A business administrator student joined with another students. They have the idea, both came together. You see, a company was launched and it's running successfully. So this is how my humble request is to think beyond your domain and work beyond that. We have many things to conquer, many things to achieve. So I appreciate all your efforts, and I appreciate that you could still move on, and may God bless you with all the endeavors. I wish all the cabinet members under the guidance of HOD, staff advisors, and rest of all the team, all the best, and our prayers for you. Just in Bible it says that don't bury your talent within. So there is accountability for all the talent that is given to you. So please use that talents and expect great things from God. May God continue to bless you, continue to bless all your endeavors. God bless you and wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for reminding us to challenge ourselves and to always go beyond. We will keep that in mind and be very grateful. I'd like to now invite our respected principal, Dr. P. Wilson, to say a few words and address the gathering.
Respected Chief Guest for the day, Dr. P. David Jawahar, the Director of Self-Finance Team, Dr. Janet, Head of the Department, Dr. Armstrong, office bearers, faculty members, and students. It gives me a joy to come back once again for a formal inauguration. Long since I think we had this kind of a program in the Anderson Hall. We had all the programs only through Zoom meetings, and it was not so effective. Anyway, I was just looking forward for such day, and here is the day. Thank you very much for conducting this event. I recall the time when I took over as a principal, June 2020, when the idea of creating an innovation ecosystem for the college was slowly emanating from my mind. I was consolidating them into a proposal. There were no students around in the campus. Gutters were looking empty. Halls were looking empty. I could not even get my pulse from the students because I wanted to know what could it be in case if I bring an innovation ecosystem in the college. I had only gone through the literature and I was looking at my own experience in the Department of Chemistry, where we had 5 years of continuous support from the students, where innovation was the order of the day for the Department of Chemistry. So with that particular experience and with the literature that I read through, I started drafting the proposal. It was that moment, at that moment, I could get in touch with the students from the BBA department, Guru Kalyan, and we have few students from the Department of Business Administration. And during this pandemic, it was not possible for me to communicate to all the students of Madras Christian College in order to take up any new venture that Christian College was interested in. And somehow these students were engaged quickly, and we could experiment how this ideation of creating an ecosystem would be possible in the context of Madras Christian College. So we started discussing with them. We found out, we had an ideation club meeting where I could engage with them. I found out that I could feel the pulse of students towards entrepreneurship. That's one occasion that I still remember, that many students entered into ideation club through Zoom meeting, and when I presented few slides on my own proposal for creating such an ecosystem in this college, some of them came out enthusiastically and said, "Sir, I'm in third year. I wish that I can continue for one more year on this campus in case there is a possibility of continuing my graduation," because this was the one that we were requesting, or we were expecting from the college. And some of the students said, "Sir, during this pandemic, we found out that there were a lot of home bakers evolving. Like we found out Food Ship, Guru Kalyan, and his own friends from journalism department. They said, "Sir, we have experimented already, and we found out that it is working. We have a bank balance of about rupees 30,000 as a proceed from the business that we started." So this gave me a courage that I'm traveling in the right track. So I should always acknowledge the Department of Business Administration for thinking about this innovation ecosystem for the Christian College. And they traveled with me continuously through the innovation contest that we had during this pandemic. And we could further validate whether this system could work if you spend or invest money on that. And here comes the innovation ecosystem that we've created with the worth of rupees 26 crores, 26.09 crores. Sometimes when I think about this, the order of the financial support, the support that we received, sometimes I don't get sleep. Because the accountability, always privilege and accountability goes together. It's not simply bragging about that I've got 26 crores that matters. But how can I execute this? This is the burden with which I'm traveling now. Not thinking that I've got something 26 crores and great and I have achieved. No, nothing. Always I have a fever. The fever is that, can I take this ecosystem through? Can I make it a reality? Can I inaugurate this innovation park maybe within a year or so with one startup in hand? This is the vision with which I'm traveling, I'm sure. And I expect the BBA department would come up with the first startup for the innovation park of MCC MRF Innovation Park. Will you do that? Will you come up with the first startup for the college? I expect that you would do, because when we conducted an innovation contest, we found out once again BBA students coming up and getting the prizes. Looking at all these things, it gave me, or it provided me a confidence that we are traveling the right track, and at least 40 to 50% of the students probably are entering into this particular track of becoming a businessman or businesswomen. And remaining 60% probably are getting into the higher education, or they are getting into the stereotypical jobs as per their personality design. So I'm sure that Madras Christian College after a long time is entering into such a program, where I always remember my own department where we used to have a lot of programs, and I looked at the PowerPoint presentation, could see that most of the learning comes from the Tycoon Association activities. I don't know whether you are all interested in attending the classes. I see even through this bimodal or a hybrid model, I see people sitting in the gutters and attending classes. Having come to the college, we have to drive you off to the classrooms. You are all sitting in gutters or botany or a zoology tank trying to attend the classes. But when it comes to association meeting, all 100% attendance. This is how things were in the college too. And I see that association activity normally, volitionally engages students. And here comes the learning. Whenever there is engagement, there is a learning. And this is the specialty of MCC, including the hall activities of MCC, which I have spoken of in many platforms. So I'm sure that you'll be active. Please think that you're going to be in the campus maybe for a month. Please think and work like this. We don't know. Maybe next few months. Yesterday night I was just visiting the Thomas Hall. Myself and my wife were visiting the hall, and I was trying to connect to the Prime Minister of the Thomas Hall, and I was talking to them. I told them, see, think. Last time you all came here in January, you left in March. 3 months. And still again now, think about it, maybe 3 months. Within 3 months, how many activities apart from the academics can you complete it? That's very, very important. I, in fact, address this in the staff study circle, that social intelligence that we offer, cultural as well as emotional intelligence that MCC offers to the students, that gives identity and perception to the institution. So I'm sure you learn through the extracurricular and co-curricular activities which are related to the subject. I'm sure that you will come up with a startup soon, your Tycoon incubation club. I was talking to your HOD. Are you sure that you will be incubating? Because incubation is not a joke. And I'm sure looking at the way you progress, you would definitely end up in incubation activities where you'll be connecting with industries, and your proposals, ideations would definitely be realized. And I wish to mention here, we have come up to the place of meeting with the angel investors. And one of your students, Guru Kalyan, he has already presented his proposal ideations before the angel investor, and they have also promised that they would patronize his ideation. So I'm sure that in the coming days, more and more proposals would come up. I saw a lot of you, I think, presenting your ideations before the adjudicators from IIT Bombay over the Zoom platform I could witness. And I'm sure, don't think, always I mention this, none of the ideations are foolish. I repeat, none of your ideations are foolish. We need ideations. Don't bother. Don't think that your ideation is not accepted by the innovation contest. That is not the perception. You please keep ideating. Please keep ideating. Keep refining it and get it presented before adjudicators and get it refined completely and see. If you listen to the stories of entrepreneurs, many of the entrepreneurs did not succeed in the first attempt. So it goes first attempt, second attempt, third attempt, and finally they get no success in their attempts. I am sure that the Department of BBA would come up with a lot of innovations, and in addition to the academics, I am sure that looking at the way that the competition for BBA, I'm during this admission season, it is very difficult for me to administer the admission for BBA, and many of them are asking for BBA specifically, even when their mark or score is good enough to get BCom. So such is the kind of a demand that we have. I'm sure the demand has a kind of a continuity, sustainability in the coming days. So I wish you all the best in all your endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It's very interesting to hear your thoughts when you started the Innovation Cell, being someone who was part of it as well. Now I would like to invite our chief guest, Dr. P. David Jawahar, the director of Xavier Institute of Management and Entrepreneurship, to address the gathering. We know him as a very eminent man at us university, so we're very glad to have you with us today.
A very good afternoon to everybody. Respected Principal Sir, respected Bursar, Dr. Armstrong, the head of the Department of Business Administration, Dr. Janet, the director, and all the learned faculty members, and the newly elected cabinet members. That was quite a surprise to me. Cabinet members. Usually we call them as office bearers, cabinet members. Congratulations to you too. And all the students present here, and the students who are so far away that for a moment we forget that they are also a part of this gathering. I wish all of you once again a very warm good afternoon. At the outset, I'd like to thank the organizers of this event to have me as the chief guest. Thank you very much for having given me this opportunity, not just to inaugurate this event, but also to be officially invited to this institute for the very first time. It's a great honor, a privilege that I will always consider as something in the top 10 percentile. Thank you very much. I'm also glad that, there's no great need for an introduction about the institute to which I am associated with at present, because I find that you have been already associated with the Xavier Institute of Management and Entrepreneurship, and associated in a very victorious manner, which is a great thing. And I also wish to remind those of you who have the debating mindset that the Maria Philip debate, national debate, is about to happen once more, and I will extend an invitation, and I will expect to see some of you participating in it. And this particular inauguration is very special for one simple reason. This is a getting together, a coming together of minds and people in very difficult times. You might not have noticed it, that the world is still not back to normal. This is a time where the odds are against us. This is a time that reminds us of ages ago when people were challenged by the climate, the weather, the universe itself was evolving, and to live with was itself a challenge. In a way, we seem to be revisiting those old times, the ice ages, which must have been terrible for the people who lived in it. But people survived. They held on to hope, and they have done that. And I see this inauguration as one such sign, not just the inauguration of another club in a university or in a college, but this is a way of telling ourselves that we can still fight and get against the odds. That way, I am really privileged to be a part of this event. I was traveling with your student friend, and I was asking him, what is the name of your club? And he said the name of the club was Tycoon. And all of us seem to know what is the meaning of Tycoon. But I was a little bit curious, and we always have this great friend called Google. So I decided, let me just find out what does a tycoon mean. And I've got it here before me. A tycoon is a person who is very successful in business or industry and who has become rich and powerful. You may not be there as yet, but that's a great description. That's a great inspiration. It's an aspiration that you should work towards. And it is probably the best name that you could have possibly chosen for this initiative. Tycoons is what each one of us want to become. Rich not just in monetary terms, but in terms of the richness in our lives and what we share with others. Believe me, I'm not going to speak for a long time. I have never been a great orator who speaks for great lengths, except in my classrooms, and in which case the students have no choice but to listen to me. And I realize that this is a different occasion, and I will not bore you with this. I just have only one thing to say this afternoon. The word tycoon is about success in business, industry, and the consequences of success in the richness, wealth, prosperity that comes with it. But what is the root? Because we were talking about words like innovation, incubation, all of this have become a part of our lives. And we find that when we have to talk about this concept called innovation, there are two different ends of the continuum in innovation. One is the incremental innovation that we see. And for a long time, innovation was seen in terms of 1 + 1 or 1 + 2, and it was an arithmetic progression. And for a long time that was successful, that was good enough. So when Gillette started bringing out a blade or a razor that had 2 blades, that was innovation. Until they themselves decided we'll have 3 blades. And then they said we'll have 4 blades. And then they said that they'll have 5 blades. But beyond a point, this incremental innovation becomes counterproductive. How many blades more can you add to a razor? There's an end to it. And likewise, the innovations that we see simply can't be these incremental innovations anymore. We have to think of game-changing innovations. And game-changing innovations are quite popular today. Maybe 10, 20 years ago, if somebody had said, let me run a cab company, but I shall not own a single cab, people would have laughed at them. People would have said, how can you run a cab company and not own a single cab? And then Ola and Uber appeared. They don't own a single cab. And they run the biggest cab business in the whole world. Because it was a game-changing innovation. And 10 years back, if somebody said, I want to be in the food business, but I won't own a restaurant, I won't have a place where people will come to eat, people would have called you very humorous. People would have said, nice idea, that won't work. But if you look at all the aggregators today, right in our midst, they don't own a single restaurant. They don't own a single table or a chair. But they can get you the widest of menu, all within a phone call or within the reach of your mobile phone. All of that is possible. This is the world towards which we are moving. We are no longer interested in these incremental innovations. We need to look at these game-changing plans and ideas. And how do these game-changing plans and ideas come? You've got to break the habits. Standardization is a great thing. Being a part of the system, let me tell you, even to my MBA students, I keep saying, challenge the system. Challenge the system. Because the system which is so good for a particular purpose, at some point becomes useless when you're talking about innovation and creativity. The particular system standardizes you, and right from school days, we are standardized. If they ask you to write an essay on your picnic, it has to be 300 words. Nobody ever asked the question, why should my picnic be 300 words and your picnic should also be 300 words? Can my picnic not be more exciting than yours, that I could write it in 500 words? But this is the standardization, so much so, I was looking at one of the Anna University question papers. It has an answer paper attached to it. So you have to write exactly there, not more, not less. It works wonders because it serves the purpose of engineering education. But if you want to bring about that innovation, that is a game changer, you have to break that. You have to change that. You have to challenge that. So every time you do a club activity, don't look at what happened last year and don't tell yourself, we'll do something a little better than that. No. That again goes back to incremental innovation. That is no longer good enough. Every single thing that you do must be a game changer. And it comes with an attitude of asking not what, but why are we doing this? The more you ask this question, why, and the lesser that you ask the what, you're already in the innovation mode. So I'm sure, I do not want to sermonize or preach on this for too long, but I think that's the mantra. That is the thing, the one single key to be game changers in the world, not just in business, not just in industry, in society, in politics. We need game changers. Sadly, we are lacking that. And that is why a country which was once philosophically so strong, a country which showed the rest of the world what civilization is, a country that first built bathrooms, public baths, concealed sewerages, today is not what it used to be, because we have become philosophically defunct. Let us go back to re-innovating ourselves, to go back to become game changers, where the rest of the world will look up to us. That change cannot come from old people. That change can come only from the young, the youthful. You know why? Because they can dare to imagine, because they can dare to think beyond what has been taught inside the classroom or what has been taught in families. I want you to be the game changers, and I'm sure you will be the game changers. I wish all of you the very best, and thanks once again for this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And thank you for warning us against just me doing incremental innovations and doing much more and being game changers. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here. I'd like to now call upon our student chairman, Ashish Vishwanatha Pallai, to extend the vote of thanks.
A very good afternoon to one and all present here. As the chairman of the Tycoon Association, I'm most privileged to extend the word of thanks today. I'd like to first thank the Lord Almighty for His grace and wisdom as He guided us to this event. And a special thank you to all our dignitaries for taking time out of your very, very busy schedules and joining us today. I would also like to express my gratitude to all of our professors for the support they gave us and they navigated us and led us to this amazing program. I'm also grateful for all the viewers online and all the audience that are present here. And I'm very happy that we could share our joy with you. Last but not least, I'd like to thank the team, the cabinet, for going out of your way, getting out of your comfort zone, and setting this beautiful event. And with all that said, thank you so much for coming, and have a great day.
Thank you, everybody, for being here with us today. We'd like you to all rise as the dignitaries will be leaving. And thank you.